everyone, happy spooky season. How are you? Who are you? So I'm gonna be reviewing this book because I have opinions. Yes, I know, a white girl with opinions. I can hear the eyes rolling already. So first off, I feel like I owe Rachel Smith a huge apology for even picking this book up. And I adore Lore Olympus so much that I have cosplayed two characters already. Minthy and Persephone, which I plan on being for Halloween. And if I'm lucky, I might get my husband to be Hades. And my friend is gonna be Hecate, hopefully. All goes well. That's not wood, but I'm knocking on it anyway. Cosplaying Minthy was a lot more fun because I got to have ears made, and because she's red, my bathroom looked like a crime scene. And I look like I had the worst sunburn I've ever had. You know how they say, don't judge a book by its cover. That's true for the pretty ones as well. So let me just start off by saying that I pretty much just wanted more of my favorite characters in book form, basically just in a different format. I wanted more of Hades, Persephone, Hera, Hecate, just all my favorite characters, just in a different format, just in a read type of way. And I thought this would be like Lore Olympus, with more spicy scenes in it.
I've never been so wrong in all my life.
And I'm a slow reader. At the beginning of 2022, I started Dune, and it took me 8 months to get through that monster. I have an audiobook app, and the 3 books in this series were on sale for $3, and my cheap ass thought, well, of course I'm gonna listen to them instead of reading them at the 1 page per day pace that my brain allows. Ugh, fuck it, I'm just stalling at this point because I don't want to talk about it. Ugh. Maybe I should actually name the title of this book. We're talking about A Touch of Darkness. And what I was saying before, this cover is gorgeous. Just look at that. It's pretty. Yes, it'll draw you in. So this book was terrible. In Lore Olympus, Persephone is optimistic, enthusiastic, a little bit naive because of Demeter's overprotectiveness, but yeah, that makes sense. She's friendly, intelligent, loves animals, shows academic prowess, and she can be self-sufficient. This Persephone is a moron. This Persephone and Demeter are a straight ripoff from Mother Gothel and Rapunzel. She even calls her my flower, and Persephone only ever refers to her as mother. Sound familiar? This Persephone is so superficially minded. Death bad and scary, Hades must be bad and scary, but when she's actually with him, only fuck's given. Literally. Near the end of the book, they have a fight, and then they start having sex, and it's where the heck did this come from? I've seen fights and arguments turn into having sex, but this just came out of nowhere. It made absolutely no sense. And I am actually convinced that the author of this book doesn't talk to people. I'm convinced they don't interact with people socially, because the sex scenes are decent, they're well worded, but when it comes to actual dialogue between characters, it could not be more awkward and less organic. And it's terrible and flat and ugh. There was pretty much no plot, and oh my god, I am so angry that I wasted my time on this book. Again, I'm glad I listened to it, because if I would have wasted more than a week on this, I can't be, honestly, if it wasn't for the smut, I would have thought I picked up a, whiny teenage romance. But back to how stupid Persephone is. She thinks that Hades is this soul-snatching reaper, but when she spends time with him in the underworld, she's like, huh, he is rather charming and handsome. He loves his people and his dogs. Maybe. But then she starts writing an article about him, calling him a jackass that gambles with people's souls. Even when he explains the inner workings and how everything works and how it's a little more complicated than it seems. Then, when Adonis turns in her article without consent or permission, and it gets published, and Hades confronts her about it, saying yo, what the fuck was this all about? She says And I quote, "I didn't know they were gonna publish it." What? You wrote it for the sole purpose of it being published. When he confronts you like that, why didn't you say, "They published it without me knowing. I was going to rewrite it, but then he stole it out from under me and published it, and I did..." Ugh. Outside of the underworld, he's shady and manipulative and he tricked me into this. Ugh. But when she's in the underworld, he's strong and sexy and treats me like a queen, dresses me like a queen, introduces me to his people like a queen. And then as soon as Hecate says, "You know they're looking for a queen of the underworld, right?" They what? Seriously, what did Hades see in this bimbo? And last, but not least, because I was listening to it, like, there were a couple grammatical errors that I picked up on, but had I read this, if I had seen how they spelled Hades, I would have closed it and never picked it up in the first place. Oi, what does that say?
Hades?
Mm-hmm. As in...
The country?
What does that say?
Haiti.
Like
in the country.
What does that chapter title say?
Hades' point of view.
Haiti as in...
That's supposed to be Hades as in the god.
Yeah.
How do you get that wrong?
Thank you for coming to my Angry White Girl Has Opinions TED Talk. Happy Halloween. What's the worst book you ever wasted your time on? I'm really curious. I can't be the only one. But thankfully, my brain was saved. After I read that one, I read The 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle, and if you want a really good whodunit, mwah, that one I can recommend. Stay safe, stay sane, watch out for bears, and I'll see you when I see you, I guess. Cheers! Alright. For even picking this book up. Hooking. Take 97. Don't. Stop talking. Ah. Okay. Ah! Happy Halloween. That always looks so funny on camera. I wasn't even recording.